fourth son of the Nicholas and Julia Stone. But the date of his birth of Robert Harrick was not fixed one. It is called that 24th August is the date of the Baptist. બેપ્ટિઝમ એટલે જે રીતે બેપ્ટિઝમ એટલે શું કહેવાય તમે સમજાવો ગુજરાતીમાં બ્રાહ્મણોને એમના જે જનોઈ પહેરે છે જે વિધિ કરવામાં આવે છે એ રીતે ખ્રિસ્તીમાં જે ક્રિશ્ચિયન લોકોમાં પણ બેપ્ટિટાઇઝ BAPTIMIS બેપ્ટિઝમની વિધિ કરવામાં આવે છે અને એની ડેટ આ હતી 24th August. But we can mention as a birthday. Just you have to give the importance to the year, not remember. You can remember that only the year 1591 to 1674. And he was born in London. He was baptized on 24th August. He was the seventh child and fourth son of Julia Stone and Nicholas Harrick. He was educated in Westminster, and the name of the schools where he can got the education is the Merchant Taylor School. He got the education in Merchant Taylor School, where he can go getting the schooling education. The school education in Merchant Taylor School in Westminster Abbey is a very popular place of the England or London. And he got his higher education in St. John's College in Cambridge. He got his higher education. He completed his graduation. He can schooling in the school Westminster, and he can got his higher education in St. John College in Cambridge University. And he remained bachelor of all his life. Bachelor means કુંવારો પુરુષ માટે છોકરો કુંવારો તેને શું કહેવાય બેચલર BACHELOR છોકરી કુંવારી તો શું કહેવાય virgin. You understand new word બે શબ્દ નવા શીખ્યા ને બે વર્ડ બેચલર means BACHELOR બેચલર એટલે કુંવારો and virgin એટલે કુંવારિકા. He was remained the 83 year a bachelor, and finally at the 83 year he died. Now we can discuss about his contribution. Robert Harrick. Here he can join because first of the sons of Ben. His contribution is a metaphysical point, and we can say that sons of Ben. Sons means putra. And Ben, you heard the name of Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson, a classicist writer, you can say that in the Elizabethan, later part of Elizabethan age. Ben Jonson was known for Ben Jonson time period of Jacobean period that belonged to the 1603 to 1632. 1632 કે 1637 એ બેન જોન્સનનો સમયગાળો કહેવામાં આવે છે. And that sons of Ben, those are the writer who can appreciate the poetry of the Ben Jonson. The writer who joined in this group, they appreciate the poetry and the dramas written by the Ben Jonson. And Robert Harrick is the one of the member of Sons of Ben. A Sons of Ben મિત્રો એક ગ્રુપ હતું. આ ગ્રુપની અંદર જે કવિઓ જોડાયેલા હતા તે બેન જોન્સન દ્વારા જે સાહિત્ય લખાયેલું હતું કવિતાઓ કે નાટકો કોમેડી ઓફ હ્યુમર એના ઉપર એની પ્રશંસા કરતા હતા. એના ઉપર એ સ્ટાઇલના સાહિત્યનું એ લોકો સર્જન કરતા હતા. અને જે લોકો આ ગ્રુપમાં જોડાયા હોય એ કયા નામથી ફેમસ હતા એ લોકોને શું કહેવામાં આવતું હતું સન્સ ઓફ બેન. સન એટલે પુત્રો, બેનના પુત્રો. બેન મીન્સ ધ બેન જોન્સન. Okay, and then he was the metaphysical, he belonged to the group, the founder of John Donne, and he belonged to the group of metaphysical poetry. He belonged to the metaphysical poetry because he can also write down the metaphysical poem in his, we can say that in his poetry. He can also write down the metaphysical poems, most of them. He can known as in the field of English literature, he is one of the major metaphysical poet in 17th century. He is one of the metaphysical poet in 17th century. Now we discuss about his style and his works. Those are the poems. Mostly we can think about that 2,500 poems he wrote in a essay prayer and the work of the poetry in the year 1640 year. In which year this book was published? In 1648. 1648 he published the book Essay or the works of both human and divine of Robert Harrick. There are the and this book is we can say that spiritual work. Spiritual એટલે આધ્યાત્મિક SPARTUL. This book is a spiritual writing. Most of the poem they address to the religion or Christian religious or address to the God, and this poem is called the religious એટલે ધાર્મિક, spiritual એટલે આધ્યાત્મિક, and there are similar words, religious poem or it was the religious works, or we can say that it is the spiritual works. And Robert Harrick also well known for his style. I have to say that about that. In his earlier works, frequent reference of the love making and the female body. Dear friends, female body, સ્ત્રીનું શરીર and love making એટલે પ્રેમના દૃશ્યો આવતા હતા. But whatever that he was mentioned, those are the girls love making scene, or we can say that a female body. They are the imaginary name in his poem. એની કવિતામાં જે આવતા સ્ત્રીઓના પાત્રો, કલ્પના, પ્રેમના દ્રશ્યો, આ બધું કેવું હતું? કાલ્પનિક હતું. Because he was bachelor in his whole life, all of his life. કારણ કે આખી જિંદગી કુંવારો રહ્યો હતો. એટલે આ બધા જે પાત્રોના જે છોકરીઓના એ બધા કેવા હતા? ઇમેજિનરી, કાલ્પનિક હતા. Further, it has been said about Harrick's style. You can say about Harrick's styles, his directness of speech with clear and simple presentation of thought. What he can direct of speech. And speech की वेरी directness सीधું જ કહેતું હતું. એની વાત સીધી point to point હતી. અને clear and simple presentation. કેવું હતું? એકદમ સ્પષ્ટ, ક્લિયર અને સિમ્પલ, સરળ રીતે રજૂઆત કરતો હતો. A fine artist working with conscious knowledge of his art. જે રીતે ફાઇન આર્ટિસ્ટ એ કોઈ સરસ કલાકાર બહુ જાગૃત, કોન્શિયસ એટલે જાગૃત અવસ્થામાં પોતાની કલાને રજૂ કરતો હોય ને એ રીતે એની કવિતાઓ એ લખતો હતો. Of an England of his youth in which he lives and moves alone. અને એ ઇંગ્લેન્ડમાં જે યુવાનો જીવતા હતા, પ્રેમ કરતા હતા અને રહેતા હતા, એ શૈલીનું સાહિત્ય એ રજૂ કરતો હતો. And that's why he can assign him to be the first place of a lyric poet. એનું સ્થાન કહેવામાં a greatest of first place in lyric poet. આ lyric કવિતાઓમાં એને શું આપવામાં આવે છે? He got the first place due to his style, direct expression, clear and simple presentation, and those are he can write in his poem the loves and lives of the youth of England in the strict and pure sense of the phrase. I am he got the first place in the lyric poet. Further we can say that his later poetry was more spiritual and philosophical nature. In the beginning, he wrote we can say the love making and the female body, સ્ત્રીનું સૌંદર્ય અને પ્રેમના દ્રશ્યો વિશે લખતો હતો. But later part of his life, because he lived 83 years, dear friends, 83 વર્ષ જીવ્યો હતો. And later part of his life, he wrote the later poetry was what? Philosophic and spiritual, આધ્યાત્મિક અને તત્વજ્ઞાનની વાતો કરતી કવિતાઓ હતી. And that's why in one of his famous short poetical saying. He can write down, thus I pass by and die. Thus આમને આમ હું અહીંથી પસાર થઈ જઈશ ને હું મૃત્યુ પામીશ. As one unknown and gone. કઈ રીતે? જે રીતે એ કોઈ અજાણ્યા દુનિયામાં આવ્યો હતો ને જરૂર. I have to pass by and I have to die as an unknown in the world. Now further we can discuss about that. And most of these poems, we can say that this is the poem of the cherry ripe, delight in disorder, to make much of time, the busy, to blossom, to daffodils. These are the major poems, and in these poems, most of his poems give a very wonderful, we can sweet message to that, and those are some of the important messages of his poems. In this poem, he writes down the poem, and in this poem, he can